The NES Classic Mini was released by Nintendo in November 2016. Just 5 months later, in April 2017, Nintendo announced that this pocket-sized console was being discontinued. This created a massive stir in the gaming community, especially with collectors who didn't manage to get their grubby little mitts on one. But there's good news for those of you that did. A clever chap called Cluster M has only gone and soft-modded it. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Hackchi 2 to soft mod yours. So let's head on over straight to my PC and we can have a look at how this is done. So first things first, open up your web browser and type in the following address: github.com/clusterm/hackchi2/releases. Once you've opened up that page, you can see here the latest version, as of making this video, was 18 days ago. If you scroll down and download hackchi2.zip, it will download to your computer. Now this is quite a small file, it's only 11.2 megabytes and takes no time at all to download. Now we just need to open up the zip file and you'll see inside a folder called Hackchi 2. Best thing to do, just extract this folder to somewhere useful. I'm just going to chuck it on my desktop for now so you can see nice and easy how this works. So once you've chucked a folder onto your desktop, close that down and move everything out of the way to make way for the Hackchi 2 folder. Open up that Hackchi 2 folder and double click on hackchi.exe. Hello there, I'm very glad you are using Hackchi 2. It's very simple to use. Just click add more games, select some ROMs, press synchronize and follow the instructions. So as you can see here, this is the main page and it is showing my NES Mini. Now, I have literally just taken my NES Mini, plugged it in via the USB ports, and then it's been recognized. So at this stage we're going to have to go and grab a ROM or two and chuck them onto the NES Mini. It is really simple, so just find your NES ROMs. I'm just going to search and find something a little bit interesting. Contra for the NES, what a game. So we are going to just move this out of the way, and it's literally just drag and drop. So here we go. Click on the game and drag it onto the blank page there. You'll see Contra comes up. So let's minimize that and I'm going to show you what you can do. So there, you can change the name, you can change whether it's 2-player, you can check the release date, the publisher, etc, etc. You can even add Game Genie codes. My god, does anyone remember those? At this point, click on the Google button. You'll be able to choose what cover you want to use. Now I love this because I want to choose something a little bit different. The one with Arnold and Sly Stallone. That's my Contra cover. That's the beauty of this, you can literally choose anything. The next game I'm going to choose here is actually one that's already on the NES Mini, but I want to show you how it looks when you happen to chuck on the same game that's in the original 30. One of the same games, should I say. So let's click on Google, we're going to choose a cover image, Ghosts and Goblins, the classic front cover that looks a little bit like Tron. Let's choose it. I tend to choose these smaller images because they don't come up that big on the screen and it's just taking up space on your NES Mini. So there we go. Synchronize selected games with NES Mini. First, dump the kernel image of your NES Mini. Press yes. Now, at this stage, I don't have the driver installed because I've literally done nothing. So what we want to do is just click on the install driver button there. You can see it at the bottom. Now you know you need to click on install driver because in the background it says waiting for device. So just click once, install driver, and the NES Mini will be recognized. You will see a command prompt window come up. Just hit enter on that and it will do all its business in the background. So once the kernel has been dumped, you will see this. Your original kernel is saved in the dump folder. Do not lose it. Now you need to flash the custom kernel to your NES Mini. This is only required once. Do you want to continue? Click yes. The custom kernel at this stage will then upload. So for the purposes of this video, I have been skipping forward through these sections. They do take a little bit of time the first time you run through this, so just be patient. and let it verify and let it upload. By the time it's finished, you will have a lovely new image on your NES Mini. Once that upload is complete, you will get this lovely message saying done. You can upload games to your NES Mini now. So the driver is already installed, we don't need to do that again, but it's saying connect your NES Mini and let it process. So now it's adding the games that I previously had asked it to add. So it's processing the original 30 games and then it is adding my new ones. Done! Job done. So just click OK on that, disconnect your NES Mini, plug it back into your TV, and let's switch it on. So here we go, we are on the NES Mini and look at this. We have got a couple of new games, including an Arnold Schwarzenegger Sly Stallone covered Contra. Amazing. So let's just open up Contra, just make sure it works okay. And make sure we get no issues with this ROM. So there we go, it works absolutely perfectly. Here we go, let's just head over to Ghosts and Goblins. As you can see, I did choose this one on purpose because now we have two of these on the console. Now, I wanted you guys to see at home what it looks like and how obvious it is when you have multiples of the same game. And you can't really go wrong with this game, apart from it being one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. So there you go, that works a treat. Let's move on. So go back to your PC, plug in your NES Mini again, and open up Hackchi 2. Now I need to remove Ghosts and Goblins first and foremost. As you can see there, it is within the original 30 games. So let's just click on that, and you go to right click on it, delete game. It's that simple. Click yes, and there you go, it's done. So I'm just going to add one or two more games, just so you can get a feel for some of the awesome stuff you can do with this soft mod. Now, the games I want to add are another NES game. I am going to choose Stadium Events because it's an awesome game, and the likelihood is you will never grab yourself a copy of this. Next up, I'm actually going to choose a Homebrew game. This is the other beautiful thing about this. It will run Homebrews perfectly. So just find yourself a Homebrew. I'm choosing Super Mario 6, which is a weird mashup game that I will show you in just a second. So there you go, chuck those on there. We want to choose covers for them. Once we've ticked that, let's choose a cover for Stadium Events, standard cover, and I'm going for the medium-sized image for the cover. I don't like to go for the really small ones because they come up a bit pixely, and the really big ones are just a bit of a waste of space. For Mario Bros 6, seeing as this is a homebrew title, you don't want to use any of these covers because none of them actually got 6 on it. So I want to find something a little bit different. Here we go. Mario Bros for the Nintendo Entertainment System with a realistic looking cover. So click on Synchronize Selected Games with NES Mini. Wait for that to process. It's very quick. And click OK. Now let's head back to the NES Mini and let's have a look at those games. There we go. As you can see here, there's Stadium Events. What a great game. Working beautifully. Family fun fitness. You can't go wrong. I'm just going to show you briefly a little bit of this working, and then we're going to head over and look at the homebrew. So yeah, this all works a treat. Let's head back over to the NES Mini menu. So scrolling along, you'll see this wonderful cover there for Super Mario Bros 6 1992. Super Bros 6. As you're going to see, this is a weird mashup of Tiny Toons. I think it's Tiny Toons Adventures and Mario Bros. The original Mario Bros, or Mario Bros 2, should I say. And there you go. Very strange, very odd, but it works. So that's the Homebrew. I'm just going to show you a couple more things on Hackchi. So we're back over on the PC. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. First of all, download all the box art for every game in your catalogue. So you don't need to do it one by one, you can do it all at once. Here we go under the modules setting. There's a hack there which you can add to, but this one is to change the main menu music to your own music. Next up, you can choose whether you've got an NES Mini, a Famicom Mini. There's a few hacks around the buttons, so if you're using a classic controller, you can actually use the A and B buttons as auto fire and so on. Use extended font, disable epilepsy protection, compress non-NES games, and here is the section I wanted to show you, because this section is organising your games. Once you've got sort of 600-700 games in there, it gets a little bit confusing. So you do have a few options around here. Maximum games per folder. Generally, I just whack this up to 90, and then I will go back into the folder structure, and I will change this to be pages split games equally. And that will give us a very long strip of games which we can just scroll through, 90 at a time. But if you have 700, you may want to choose a different way, but you can literally just click on each of those methods and try it out yourself. So here we go. As I've just done, I've saved this, and it's just a long strip of games. So that's my 32 games that I've currently got on there. The original 30, I think it's 32, possibly 33 with Contra. So that's all the games that I've put on there so far, and as you can see, it was really very easy. So guys, that is all I've got time for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been useful, and I hope you don't have any issues with this soft mod. Please feel free to drop me a comment below. If you have any problems at all, I'll see if I can help. Drop me a like, drop us a subscribe for more gaming and retro gaming content on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.